Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann finally out of their Atlanta mansion. It is the end of an era for one former Real Housewives of Atlanta couple. Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann have finally exited the Georgia mansion that was the backdrop for numerous fights and police calls. According to Page 6, the U.S. Marshals intervened and removed them from the home on April 8, 2025. As per a court filing, 4 deputy marshals ejected Zolciak and Biermann from the Atlanta mansion from 3:30 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. The former reality star and the ex-NFL player finally sold their mansion in February 2025 for $2.75 million, $3 million less than the original asking price, after it was on the market for a year and a half. The 15,000-square-foot home is a luxurious property with a heated pool, 5 fireplaces, a 6-car garage, an elevator, an arcade room, a movie theater, a gym, and more. The new owners of the Atlanta estate began the process of legally removing the former couple from the home last December, according to new court documents obtained by Page 6. In the filing, the new owners claimed that Zolciak and Biermann held the premises over and beyond the term for which they rented to them. They also claimed that the estranged couple had already been served the papers for the proceeding against a tenant holding over. Those filings from the owners went unanswered. According to Page 6, Kroy Biermann filed for divorce from Kim in the summer of 2023, and now that the issues with their Georgia mansion have been resolved, the exes are finally able to focus on what they hope is a positive future. Kim has relocated to a rental property with their 4 minor children. Kroy Jr., also known as KJ, 14, Cash, 12, and 11-year-old twins Kaya and Kane. They also share daughters Brielle, 28, and Ariana, 23, whom Biermann adopted back in 2012. It might be the perfect time for her to return to television, with a camera following her as she rebuilds her now single life. According to Ariana Biermann, Kroy has stepped away from the drama and is living a quiet life by himself. The ex-reality star has also undergone a serious career change. He now oversees logistics and helps with improving workplace efficiency at Superior Rigging and Erecting Co. Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann have officially vacated their once glamorous Alpharetta mansion, marking the end of a tumultuous chapter in their personal and financial lives. On April 8, 2025, U.S. Marshals were dispatched to enforce the eviction after the couple failed to leave voluntarily, despite the property having been sold months earlier. The mansion, which had been their home since 2012, was sold in January 2025 for $2.75 million, significantly less than its original $6 million asking price. The sale followed a series of price reductions and foreclosure threats that had plagued the couple for over a year. The 15,700-square-foot estate, nestled in the exclusive Manor Golf and Country Club community, boasted 7 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, a 6-car garage, a home theater, arcade room, gym, and a heated pool. It was a symbol of the couple's lavish lifestyle during their 12-year marriage. However, financial difficulties, including defaulting on a $1.65 million loan, led to the property's foreclosure and eventual sale. Despite earlier indications that Zolciak had begun moving out in November 2024, it remained unclear if the couple had fully vacated until the Marshals' intervention. The eviction was the latest development in a series of legal and financial challenges for the couple. Their divorce proceedings have been marked by disputes over finances, including allegations of mismanagement and excessive spending. Their daughter, Ariana Biermann, publicly claimed that her parents had spent her earnings from brand deals and TV appearances without her consent. In the aftermath of the eviction, Zolciak listed several items from the mansion for sale on Instagram, including a $43,000 bedroom set belonging to Ariana. The couple has since relocated to a nearby rental home with their 4 minor children. The sale of the mansion and the enforcement of the eviction signal a significant turning point in their lives, bringing an end to their once idyllic neither of them saw coming. Not in this lifetime, not in the whirlwind of legal filings and tearful Instagram lives, not after the drama of headlines that spun faster than the wheels on Kim's signature white Range Rover. But somehow, against all odds, Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann finally sat across from each other, not as co-parents in conflict, not as bitter exes at war, but as 2 people who had once loved each other enough to believe in forever. They were at the old beach house in Destin, the one they bought when the Bravo checks were still flowing and dreams seemed limitless. The turquoise shutters were peeling now, sand stubborn in the corners of the wood-paneled floors, but the view of the ocean was unchanged, broad and forgiving. "So this is where we start again," Kroy said, almost under his breath, running his fingers through the same blonde hair that had once made fans swoon on Don't Be Tardy. Kim looked out the window, her acrylic nails tapping lightly against her iced coffee. She had extensions in, lashes curled to perfection, lips a little more plump than last time, but her eyes, sharp and tired, carried none of the glamour. Just truth. "Or," she said, "this is where we end it properly." Kroy looked at her. For a moment, he didn't see the Instagram influencer, the reality star, the walking tabloid. He saw the girl from the Falcons charity event, the one with the smoky eyes and the wild laugh who had made him believe in things like fate. They'd been through it all: reality TV fame, 6 kids, football injuries, foreclosure rumors, online trolls, casino debts, divorce filings, then retracted divorce filings. The public breakdowns. The screaming matches caught on camera and the quiet ones that weren't. Love had turned into battle, passion into a pattern. But now there was silence, the kind of silence that could only come when the dust finally settles and 2 people are left staring at the wreckage of what they built. "I didn't come here to fight," Kroy said, breaking the quiet. "And I didn't come here to play nice for the cameras. I came because I miss being real with you." Kim snorted gently, not unkindly. "You think either of us even knows what real is anymore?" "You used to," he said. "Before the glam, before the filters. You used to dance barefoot in the kitchen. You used to laugh without checking your phone." Kim's defenses, as layered as her contour, began to soften. "And you," she said, "you used to be my peace. You used to sing to the twins at night. You'd sit on the floor and color with Kaya for hours." They paused, both traveling back in time. The good was still there, beneath the hurt and chaos, faint but flickering. "You remember when we said we'd never be one of those reality couples?" Kim said suddenly. "The ones who fall apart once the lights go off." Kroy nodded. "We swore we'd be different." They weren't. But maybe that's the thing about vows. They're less about perfection, more about returning. Again and again. Even when it hurts. Especially when it hurts. Kim pulled her legs up under her, curling into the oversized chair. "I hated you for a while." Kroy met her eyes. "Same." She smiled bitterly. "That's marriage, huh?" "No," he said. "That was our version of marriage. The one that stopped being about us." A gull cried outside, circling above the beach like a restless thought. Kim watched it for a while, then stood and walked to the mantel where a photo still sat, one from happier days. Their wedding, she in blush pink, he in full white NFL regalia. It had been a fairy tale. And like most fairy tales, it had ignored the monsters lurking in the shadows. "I don't know if I can love you the same way," Kim whispered. "I'm not asking for the same way," Kroy said. "I'm asking if there's any way." She turned, leaning against the mantel. "Why now?" "Because we're at the end, or the beginning, and we have to choose." It wasn't a grand proposal. No rose petals, no diamonds. Just 2 tired hearts, aching under the weight of years. But sometimes, that's more romantic than anything a showrunner could script. "I think I forgot how to trust you," Kim said quietly. "Then let's relearn it. Slowly. For the kids. For us, for whatever's left. She considered that. In the pause, a tide of something old washed in, hope, maybe, or at least the willingness to try. So Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann finally did what no headline could capture. They listened. They apologized. They laughed, awkwardly at first, then deeply. They agreed to therapy. They agreed to co-parent, not just logistically, but lovingly. And they agreed to stop living in the public's projection and start living in their own truth. No, they didn't ride off into the sunset with matching outfits and a camera crew trailing behind. But they did leave that beach house with something else.